presidential candidate Kamala Harris is calling for 3 million more housing units to be built and wants to offer $25,000 in down payment support for first-time home buyers. I'm going to break down the pluses and the minuses of this housing plan next. And if you get some value out of this, you like what you hear, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications. And if you want to schedule a call with our team about how this could impact your plans over the next 6, 12, 18 months, you can do that with the link in the comments. We know this time of year you hear a lot of promises getting made, right? Every 4 years, the presidential candidates get up there. They got ideas how to fix things. I want to talk about what's going to make actual sense. So there are two things Vice President and presidential candidate Kamala Harris is calling for. The first is construction of 3 million new homes. And there's a little bit of a housing shortage right now. In the greater Philadelphia area, we're seeing just over a 2-month supply of properties on the market. So obviously, that's a little light compared to where demand is. We're seeing multiple offers. We know that's been the case. We've talked about it on this channel and this show a whole bunch. So to incentivize construction for these units, Vice President Harris is proposing new tax incentives specifically for home builders to construct new starter homes. And these breaks are intended to encourage the development of affordable properties, ensuring that the new supply meets the needs of those people who aren't able to buy something right now and are locked out of the housing market. And in theory, this makes a lot of sense. If you look at the new construction average sale price in the greater Philadelphia area, in the suburbs, it ranges from $800,000 up to $1.2 million on average, while our average price is in the mid-400 range. So clearly that's not attainable for a lot of people. And just imagine, if you're watching this, what the opportunity would be to maybe have $500,000 new construction townhomes. You don't see a lot of this come to the market in our local area. And there's some land issues and zoning issues as well. And they're also talking about repurposing certain federal lands for new housing developments. And obviously, the big challenge here are local zoning laws. And I think that's where this would need to be changed a little bit or revised, because a lot of zoning in townships and in places outside the city of Philadelphia, they have minimum lot sizes. They have minimum requirements, open space requirements. And what that does, that limits what can be developed and what will be approved. Vice President Harris also has a proposed innovation fund of $40 billion with a B dollars that doubles the previous proposal of $20 billion when she was on the Biden-Harris campaign before everything happened with the new candidate, to support local governments in building additional housing and to support innovative construction financing methods. So to me, in theory, this can make sense. I'd like more specifics because zoning laws will get in the way. Look at Chester County as an example. They have very strict zoning laws in certain townships and municipalities. Building more supply would help the housing shortage. That's something that would go a long way here. And obviously, it's going to vary from market to market. And we've seen that the overbuilt communities like Austin, Texas, and places in Florida, they're seeing the market go the other way. So in theory, this can make a lot of sense. I'd be concerned about the zoning laws and what the plan is there. I'd love some more specifics. The down payment assistance for first-time home buyers is the other part of the plan. And they want to give up to $25,000 in down payment assistance for working families who have paid their rent on time for 2 years and are planning on purchasing their first home. And the critics have spoken on this. I mean, I'm talking about high-level business people. I'm talking about the average person. I've seen stuff all over. The challenge with this is, if you're going to give $25,000 in down payment assistance, and these people are competing for the same homes, guess who's going to win there? The seller. The seller is going to sell their home for more money, and this would really hurt inflation in the housing market, and prices would jump up even more and create a bigger affordability issue because we're seeing rates are stabilizing and we're seeing a whole lot of other things. So half-baked plan here, if you ask me. I like one side of it. The other one is not going to solve the problem. We need more inventory. We need more supply. Demand is not the issue, even at a 6 or a 6.25 or a 6.5% rate in the starter housing market. So when you're looking at this plan, realize that, hey, great, I get $25,000 in down payment assistance. So does every other competing buyer. So if there's a way for any elected official, whether they're local, state, national, I don't care who, to work with construction companies, to work with builders, to work with local municipalities and local governments to loosen up their zoning and have things like affordable housing and maybe mixed-use housing, and that would go such a long way here in solving this inventory crisis. Don't buy the hype of a $25,000 down payment assistance, because the seller's the only one that's going to win, and even if you're downsizing, you're competing with these people that all have more money in their pocket. Affordability is the challenge. Inventory is the challenge, not demand. And this second part of this plan is only going to help demand. If you get some value out of this, do us a favor, subscribe to the channel.